First and foremost, they want to ban construction of new coal-fired power plants. Why? Coal is the most carbon-intensive fuel. It releases the most carbon dioxide per unit of energy produced. More importantly, emissions from new coal plants are expected to swamp by as much as 5 to 1 all the emission reductions that Europe, Canada, and Japan might achieve under the UN Global Warming Treaty, the Kyoto Protocol. Either global warming activists kill coal or coal will bury Kyoto. To be fair, the activists say they'll allow new coal generation if the power plants deploy something called CCS, carbon capture and storage technology. The idea is that instead of releasing CO2 into the air, the power stations would capture it, liquefy it, and then transport it to underground storage sites. There's just one problem. No commercial coal plants today have CCS technology. I asked Mary Hutzler, formerly head of analysis at the Energy Information Administration, how long it might take just to determine whether a CCS system would be economical for utilities to build.
There probably requires an immense amount of research and development. People have told me 10 to 15 years alone.
Mary also told me that building a national CCS pipeline network could take another decade. Developing the regulations would also take years. So the proposed moratorium is really a ban on new coal plants for 20 years or more. What's the risk here? New coal generation is forecast to supply 2/3 of all new electric power over the next 2 decades. By 2030, new coal generation is expected to provide 15% of all our electricity. So banning it could create one heck of a power deficit. Frequent blackouts and power failures and energy crisis would not be an unlikely consequence. At a minimum, our electric bills would go way up. But Al Gore is not content to ban new coal plants. He now proposes to scrap all existing coal plants and natural gas power plants too. He says we must replace all carbon-based electricity with carbon-free electricity in just 10 years, by 2018.
The idea is absolutely off the charts, unrealistic.
Al Gore is proposing the literally, physically impossible.